Hi, this is a basic demo of Mobile Communication Lab MCL04. So it comes with two laptops which are pre-configured to work with two base station transceiver systems. Each of this system of a laptop and a base station is a complete GSM base station in itself, and two of these can be configured to work as a complete GSM systems. So this system works as a GSM base station. It is a 400 MHz to 4 GHz full duplex transceiving system. So it covers the entire frequency range of GSM 900, GSM 1800, 3G, 4G. So this base station transceiver system is configured to work with a laptop using a USB 3.0 cable. So all the parameters of an actual GSM base station system, such as ARFCN, GSM mode, which will be working in GSM 900 mode, GSM 850 mode, or GSM 1800 mode, or other parameters such as mobile country code, MCC, mobile network code, MNC, location area code, LAC, cell ID. All these parameters can be configured from the software itself, and each of these systems can work as a different MCC, MNC, cell ID, location area code, among various other parameters. So first we will run through a couple of parameters which can be configured in the software. So if we zoom in on the screen, we can see there are a couple of parameters which can be defined, which will control the actual working of this BTS. Parameters such as cell ID, location area code, mobile country code, mobile network code. All these parameters can be configured from the software itself. Parameters for handover, the level to set for when handover will occur, among other parameters for GPRS. All these parameters can be configured in the software itself. Among other parameters, we can also define which mobile phones will have access to these base stations. We can also input the IMEI number of the SIM card to allow access to only restricted phones, or we can open up the registry so that any phone can access. We can also configure the welcome message, the failed message, or we can also configure how the SMS will be handled over the system, how all these parameters can be set using the utility itself. So on this laptop we have a working model of our BTS station. So this BTS station will control this base station. On this system we have another instance of our base station software running. Similar to this other base station, this base station can also be configured to work in any mode from GSM 850, GSM 900, GSM 1800, 3G, 4G, because it covers the entire frequency range, the power levels. All these things are controlled via software itself. Here also we can change and configure all the parameters of GSM working, GPRS, handover, among other things. In addition to the BTS software, this system also has instances of SIP authorization, which will allow which SIMs or which IMEI numbers will have access to the base station. It also has an instance of SMS handling software. And another thing is the most important part, how the calls will be switched and routed among different base stations. It has a running instance of asterisk PBX switch, which will route the calls from one base station to another base stations. So we can have more of these base stations, and we can call we can have a call among the cell phones which are registered to the same base stations, as well as among the cell phones which are registered to different base stations having different location area code, cell ID, MCC, MNC, and moreover they can also be used to call a standard GSM operator cell phone using VoIP or any other technique. Okay, so now this base station is configured to work at an ARFCN of 130. If you see, the ARFCN 130 is configured for a frequency of 869.6 MHz. So this is the spectrum downlink channel of a ARFCN 130. Similarly, the other BTS is configured to work at an ARFCN of 136. This is the downlink channel of ARFCN 136. These parameters are programmable via software. So if we move on to the other part, now when we start our mobile phone for actual GSM communication, this mobile phone is currently registered to this BTS, and this mobile phone already has a running instance of our app Emetic Cell Monitoring app. These phones are rooted, so they provide access to the network level and to have access to the basic parameters like this phone is registered to which mobile operator, among other things like which is the location area code, which is the cell ID, which are the neighboring cells around this phone, what is the power level, how handover will occur, when handover will occur. These all power levels and RSSI levels can be monitored in this app. So currently it is showing that there are difference in there is a cell ID and location area code which corresponds to this base station. Now regarding the, if we want to register another mobile phone, a fresh mobile phone which is not currently registered to any of the base stations, what we will do is we will just first switch on this mobile phone. This is also a rooted mobile phone so it allows access to basic parameters. So currently this phone, now we will search for our base stations. So like any of the standard mobile phone carriers like Vodafone, Verizon, Airtel or any other mobile carrier, this mobile phone will also be able to search for our own mobile base station. So as you can see, among the other mobile carriers such as Reliance, Vodafone, ASL, we also have another mobile carrier which is not a standard mobile carrier such as a test SIM. Because this is a rooted phone, this phone provides access to this kind of a naming nomenclature. We can name our BTS as any value, maybe Emetech or any value, any name we choose. So we connect to this network test SIM. Okay, so this phone was pre-registered, so it has automatically registered again. Since this phone was registered for the first time on our network, so it has received a welcome message stating that welcome to the Emetech network, your IMSI is this long number. So what now has happened is, as soon as our phone registered on our Emetech network, our base station provided this IMEI number in the SIM card, IMSI. This IMSI number is mapped to a TIMC which will be used temporarily during the mobile call. So we can open our GSM monitoring app in this cell phone as well. So in this mobile phone, if you see, it is showing in this app, the serving cell is having a cell ID of 10, location area code of 1000, mobile country code of 001, mobile network code of 01. Same, these parameters have been configured in this BTS using the software. It is also showing a neighboring cell with a cell ID of 11 and a location area code of 1001, which is the cell ID and location area code of the adjacent base station system. So if we see over here, currently the serving cell of this mobile phone is this base station. If we move along the path, so we can see how the signal level is changing in this mobile phone, and at a point we can set where the handover will occur from this base station to this base station. So now if you see, the signal level of this base station has increased beyond the signal level of the other base station. Now if we move even forward, we can see how the signal level will keep on increasing, and at a certain level which we can set, suppose 5 dB, when the signal level of this base station is 5 dB more than the currently serving base station. Now if you see, the cell ID and location area code of this cell phone have changed from 10 and 1000 to 11 and 1001. So this means now this base station is camped to this base station, this cell phone is camped to this base station. So similarly, when we registered on this mobile station network, now we can assign a 7-digit to 10-digit mobile phone number, whichever number we choose, to this mobile phone, which would be corresponding to this IMEI number. Suppose I register it as a mobile phone number of 765424321. Now if you see, I have received the message from our base station saying that hello 7654321, you have been registered on this base station. So I have mobile phone number of 7654321. Now using this cell phone I will call the number 7654321. At the back end of this PBX switch, you can see all the instances which are running. So here you can see that it is clearly showing that it is calling a number using this, and here you can see that a call is being received. So I am calling 7654321 from this mobile phone, and here I am receiving a call from some number 4567890 which has been assigned to this mobile phone. So if I answer this mobile phone, at the back end, the entire network level protocol of the GSM can be accessed, how call switching, call handling is happening. So if I put both of these phones on speaker, so a basic demo of how the call is being registered on our own network, all of these parameters configured. Now if I see in our GSM monitoring app, it is currently showing that the serving base station is 10. So it is currently showing that our serving base station is rather 11, which is this base station, and on this mobile phone also we can see that the serving base station is the with cell ID 11. So now if I move this cell phone and I enter the coverage area of another BTS, in a short while we will see the signal level of this base station as well. So here it is already showing a cell ID of 10 and a location area code of 1000. So now here the cell ID is updated to 10 and LAC is updated to 1000, which is the cell ID and location area code of this BTS. And in the software, the complete seamless handover can be seen and the call is still connected at the back end. So if you see, hello, so the call is still connected and the handover has occurred seamlessly without the call disconnecting or any other distortions. In the software side, if we see, we can see the complete stack level access of GSM and we clearly see that a call has been transferred and the handover has occurred from one BTS to another BTS. Similarly, other applications such as GPRS, accessing, calling other mobile phones can also be done using Mobile Communication Lab MCL04.